Hi guys, Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? Let me just adjust that a little bit. Perfect. We can go a little bit more. Okay. All right, let's put my readers on. This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, before we get started today, I just want to say a couple of things, okay? Okay, I've had people every week. I have a few people, not very many, but a few people who like to say it doesn't work like that, okay? Like, you know, when I've talked about Kamala and Biden coming back in and cleaning up this mess and the Orange Menace getting busted for stealing the election. Well, my way to answer that whole thing is, does it work like that? Electing a 34 count / rapist for president? Committed an insurrection, impeached twice. Is that how it's supposed to work? That would be my question back to anybody who wants to ask me that question again. At this point, I've said it before, it's like prison rules, okay? So, I don't want to be with prison rules, but that's how the Orange Menace handles business, okay? So, the sooner we can get him the hell out of there and get back to some type of normalcy, okay? So that's what I want to say about that. Was there one other thing? There was another thing. Oh, okay. There was another thing, but I can't remember what it was. But there is another thing. A lot of people have been asking me about my nails. Most of you could care less about my nails, okay? And I get that. But at the end, I will show you guys how I do my nails. It's very simple, okay? I don't buy them. I buy, just really quickly, I buy the Kiss one. I buy the long square nails. These ones are curved because they don't sell just the straight ones. They have to be curved now, which is fine. And you get 100 of them. All right, and I'll tell you how I put these on, okay? My nails and the shape are very 80s. I know. I have them very square and very long and very narrow. Anyway, but we'll talk about that at the end because most people don't want to hear about that. Okay. Because that's another question I get quite a bit. And the nails and everything that I use will be in the description below. Okay? All right. So, what I want to discuss in this little session is 2 questions. Why was Kamala's team not prepared for the stealing of the election? I want to do a reading on that. Like, what happened with her thing that... Well, what happened? Okay, and then the other one I want to read is, why is Walz meeting with the Canadian Premier Ford? And that was one of you guys' questions, and I thought I would like to know too, because I guess he was supposed to, okay, I don't know if he said this or if this is what one of you guys commented, but was it to go around the Orange Menace on the tariffs and build an alliance like a vice president would? Now, I think that is what one of you guys had said in your comment, but I want to do a reading on that. You know, was it discussed with the, was it Premier Ford? What was discussed? Let's just find out what was discussed. I could say, is this, is that, is this, is that, but let's just find out. Okay, so the first thing is why Kamala's team was not more prepared for the cheating, okay? Because Obama and Biden, as far as we know now from the readings we did, they were more prepared for this cheating, okay? Was it just over bombardment of cheating? Well, I don't know. All right. Clear. Spirit, should I use the cards What Lies Beneath to find out why Kamala's team was not more prepared for the cheating? Yes. Okay. So yes, let me use my cards, What Lies Beneath. And let me shuffle them and I'll be right back. Okay. So this one fell out and it says bad choices. Okay. So that's what's telling me is this. I'm not saying the bad choices was like smoking or drugs or alcohol. What I'm saying is maybe there were just some bad choices that were made. Okay. So we'll look at that as we keep going along. And then emotional intelligence. That's another one that was on the bottom. So let's just keep going and see what we can figure out here. So again, this is why was Kamala's campaign not more up on the cheating? Because they knew the cheating was happening, okay? Because Obama had to fight it, Biden had to fight it. Everyone's talked about this cheating, okay? So, why were they not? Why did they fail on not being able to fight against this cheating? Okay, so then we got destroyed, shattered, broken up, effed up. So what was destroyed? I can't, you know what came to me? Her votes. The people who voted for her, the votes were destroyed. So what I'm getting here is that there was so much coming at them, and there were so many votes being destroyed at such a rapid pace. Okay, putting on a show. I'm not sure what this is yet. Okay, what just came to me with the emotional intelligence, it's not the emotional part, it's the intelligence part. They knew about it and they were trying, okay? So it's not like they didn't know. But like I just said, it had come there was so much of it, so much of it that it was hard to combat it. That's what I'm getting at so far. What is it with this card? Just one second, guys. Okay, I paused you guys because I want to get more definitions of promiscuous, because we only think of it in like a sexual manner, but it's not just. Alexa, back. Okay, listen to this definition. Consisting of parts, elements, or individuals, or different kinds brought together without order. Again, that supports in different parts, elements, and individuals, which is that they were doing this in so many different ways. It wasn't just the Jim Crow, which was huge, but there was Jim Crow we know of, right? We know that Elon with his technology, there were people who were just throwing votes out. There were people who supposedly found votes, just bags of votes thrown out on the side of roads, in the forest. I heard a lot of different things. So there were so many ways. So it looks like what a lot of us thought. They were attacked in so many ways. Way more ways than Obama or Biden. And we're going to ask the pendulum about that, okay? Insecure. So her campaign felt, they felt insecure, but they felt insecure, but because they felt insecure because they felt overwhelmed, okay, with the cheating. It was just overwhelming. That technology had finally really caught up, okay? Like, it was done on steroids. And so was the rest of it. Any of the old ways that they used to do it and the way they did it, like the Jim Crow laws, it was done on steroids too. Everything was just done on steroids. Okay, private relationship. And I feel like this is the relationship between her and her team. Let's keep going. Okay, just got this. Breaking contract. This right here was, it was so far from, like I just said it was so far from how, even when the Republicans have cheated, it was done at such extremes is basically breaking the contract of even how they did it before, okay? Even how they did it before. They broke that contract. Like, the Democrats knew, like, okay, this is how they cheat, okay? They do the old Jim Crow laws. They do this, they do that, they do this, that. They even will maybe steal votes with the computer. But they broke that contract. They went even further, okay, on steroids. Well, look what I just said. There was a whole lot of votes thrown in the trash. And throwing in the trash also I would say throwing in the trash is how all of it was. Whether the votes were zapped and changed over to the Orange Menace with Elon's technology. Some were just literally thrown in the trash. And they were thrown in the trash by people who worked at the polls, like Republicans, and also I heard from postal workers did this too. So many votes were trashed. Okay, red lipstick stain. What I got from this is it's just basically this election was a stain. A huge stain on our political system. This needs to be, this whole thing with our political system has been going on, I think, forever. I'm going to tell you something, guys. I watched a show. It was about the men who built America, and it was called The Men Who Built America. And it was, I can't remember everybody's name. J.P. Morgan Chase, the original guy, okay? I know we know Chase Bank. Okay, well, he was the one who originally owned it. He built America. I think Ford. It was the big ones at the beginning when we really started getting, when America started advancing, okay? I can't remember all the guys that were on the original guys who built America, especially in this show. But anyway, they got together. They were all going against each other. There was another guy too who came up with the steel, who created steel. Another guy created transportation by train. And then J.P. Morgan Chase. And there might have been one more. Vanderbilts. Okay? So I think it was all those guys who were and there might be another one or two. I can't remember. But that's a good amount of them. Of the men who built America. Well, they got together in this, when I was watching this documentary with my husband, and they said, we need to buy ourselves a president. Because what they were concerned about was, that's when unions started being formed, and they didn't want unions. So like, we need to buy ourselves a president so we can stop these damn unions from being formed. Because they wanted to do what they wanted to do. They wanted a 7-day work week. They wanted you to work 12 hours a day. They want you to be able to work in unsafe environment. I mean, so when we did that reading the other day, and it said that, or no, Michael, when we channeled him, and when Rosie channeled him, he had said the Republicans have always cheated. They've never won straight. Well, this is now, when I watched that documentary, I watched that a few years ago. This has been going on, like he said, forever. But this is the hugest red lip stain on America, okay? Is that our elections have not always been fair. And what have we always said? Oh, our elections are fair. No. Our election system is a stain on this country. So, yeah. So this time it was just too much, okay? They were on steroids. In every which way you could go, it was on steroids. So, and again, like we've been saying, I think this had to happen, like this horrible thing we're going through, so that it can be fixed. It can be brought to the light and fixed. And that's why I truly believe that this will all be exposed, okay? Let's ask a few questions. Clear. Spirit, was KAMALA's team just overrun with, look at that, yes. Was KAMALA's team just overrun with cheating on this election? Yes. Clear. Did they try their best to combat this cheating? Yes. But it was just so much. like, clear. Spirit, was this the most cheating on steroids that there's ever been? Look at that. Yes. Clear. Spirit, will the stealing of this election by the Orange Menace and Muskrat, will it be exposed here in March? Yes. Clear. Spirit, will it be exposed in the middle of March? Yes. Clear. Will the Orange Menace be thrown out of office and all of his acolytes in the middle of March? Yes. Clear. Will Kamala and Biden come back to office to fix this mess? Yes. Clear. Will Kamala become president of the United States in 2025? Yes. Okay. Now, that's what I wanted to tell you guys, because I'm going to say it right now. People have said something like, if things have changed, like energies changed and something didn't go, look, and I say this all the time and I'll just continue to say it, okay? As readers, psychics, we all go by energy, right? Well, I don't know about psychics. Let me talk about card readers, because I'm not sure exactly. I have some psychic stuff about me, but I'm not a complete psychic. I'm more of an empath, and I read cards, and I have some psychic stuff, but not huge, okay? So let me talk as a card reader and as an empath, because that's what I know about. Okay, I'm only reading the energy of right now, okay? That can change an hour from now. That can change by the next day, the next week. I only can read about the energy that is right now, okay? And everybody has free will to change their mind and do things differently, okay? There's a lot of players, and especially we're talking about the Orange Menace, okay? Like, for example, this fool, I'm going to read on it today. He said, I think a couple days ago, that he was going to try to sign something to get rid of the Department of Education. And then yesterday, I had heard that he reneged on that. But then again this morning, I heard he's back on signing an executive order on the Department of Education. Okay? So we're dealing with an insane person, okay? He changes his mind like he changes his underwear, okay? So, okay. Got that. And I thought that's probably what it was with Kamala, but I just wanted to check and see what happened. We're going to read about Hillary Clinton's in one of the readings, if not today, tomorrow, on what happened with hers, okay? Exactly. Like, we know, we pretty much know, but, like, is there anything else we need to know? Okay. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I have my oven on, and I have it warming, because after this, I'm going to make some lunch. And I smelled something, and I'm like, okay, hopefully nothing in my kitchen's on fire, but everything's fine. Okay, so the next one I want to do is, why is Walz meeting with the Canadian Premier Ford? This is a question from you guys, but I was wondering the same thing, because I think the person who asked me this question in the comments said, you know, is he just trying to go around the Orange Menace and create an alliance? Because, you know, he's the governor, right, of Minnesota, and and Canada is right above that. So they do a lot of trading, and they go back and forth big time. Also, I want to know, did he discuss, like, you know, that Orange Menace cheated, and don't worry, we're coming back in? I mean, does he already know about all that? I mean, does he? Anyway, I just want to know. Trump delays Canada and Mexico tariffs again. See? Trump delays Canada, Mexico tariffs again. That's on my Alexa. See what I'm saying? All we can do is read the energy at the time. Especially with this fool. He just goes all over the place. Okay. Clear. Spirit. Should I use what lies beneath to find out why Walz met with Canadian official? Yes, because the person said a Premier Ford. I guess that's the guy's is Premier. I guess Ford is his name, so I'm just gonna call him an official. Good enough. Okay. Let me shuffle these cards and I'll be back. Okay, so I shuffled everything. Let me cut it 3 times. So, again, why did Walls meet with, we'll say, Canadian officials, okay? That'll be the best way to say that. Okay. In their fields. He might be describing Canada because they're so pissed at the Orange Menace for putting all those tariffs on them, and they're an ally and treating them like they're garbage and treating Putin like, you know, he's the greatest thing on earth. Yeah, I'm sure they're in their feels about it. Okay, so what did he talk to him about? Okay. Burning evidence. This is burning the votes, getting rid of those votes. So he did talk to him about this stolen election. Okay, again, I'm not looking at the sexual part. I'm looking at the protection. So I think to protect his state. He's the governor of Minnesota, right? Yeah. To protect his state. That's why he went to talk to him. Like one of you guys said, to just override the Orange Menace and say, okay, look, can we make a deal between each other? Because we're right here with each other, okay? We go back and forth. Can we work something out so that we can still do trading and we can go back and forth between each other? And yeah. Okay. Knowing they effed up. And that's Walls saying, look it, I know that we effed up. And it wasn't us. It was that Orange Menace in the White House. I know we effed up. But can we please work something out between each other? Okay, caution. I get in this that Canada is being very cautious with the situation. What would sex shop have to do with this situation? Okay, I'm not sure. Let's keep going. Okay. Outdated. Expired, disused, old news, discarded. Look, we got this and we got this. I think they did discuss that the Orange Menace stole this election, and they know it, so they discussed it. And I think they discussed that, and we're going to check with the pendulum. I think they discussed that, don't worry, okay, we're coming in, okay? And we're going to get the Orange Menace out of there. So you're not going to have to deal with this whole mess, okay, much longer. I think that's what they're discussing. We're going to ask the pendulum. Watching the SH show go down. We get this all the time. I think this might be a message to us. We get this a lot. And it has nothing to do with the conversation. But I think it's spirit letting us know, you guys, relax. It's going to be okay. Get some popcorn. Watch the show. We're all stressed. Again, I get running away. Don't worry. This Orange Menace and all of his acolytes, they're going to be running away soon. Out. Okay, that's what I get with this one. Fulfilling a fantasy. Don't worry. This is not going to hold. Okay? Fulfilling a fantasy. Don't worry. This is not going to hold. This fantasy that the Orange Menace wants to do ain't coming true. Let's ask the pendulum to see if I got all this right. Clear, clear, clear. Spirit. Did Walls and the Canadian government official, did they discuss the stealing of the election? Look at this. It's already doing it while I'm saying it. Yes. Okay, clear. Was Walls also discussing with him trying to protect his state and make deals still? Yes. Okay. Did Walls discuss with the Canadian government official, did he discuss that they're going to be stepping back in and getting rid of the Orange Menace? Yes. Clear. Spirit. So Walls knows that that they're going to be going back into the Oval Office. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, I have no idea what this sex shop has to do with a darn thing. Okay, I just picked up another card. I picked up one more card and it says investigation. And let's cut the middle. See what's in the middle. Don't want to hear it. What's the other one? Oh, that's how that would go, like this. Okay, what's in the middle? Okay. And betrayal. But what's that have to do with the sex shop? Okay, look at this. Okay, I have sex shop here, betrayal. I don't want to hear it, and investigations. Those are the cards I just picked up. So I can see about the investigations, so everyone has the evidence about them stealing. Okay, that just supports that, what we've already been talking about. But maybe there is some stuff here with the Orange Menace. And they talked about that. Okay? Betrayal. I don't want to talk about it. So, anyway. This to me is not that important, but maybe some of this was discussed, okay? But the thing I wanted to know was, did he discuss, of course, his own deals with his state, with Canada? Because, you know, they're such, I mean, I've been to Minnesota before, and they spread out over the whole top of Minnesota, and a couple other states, I think, too. But I know they're over Minnesota, and they go back and forth. People go back and forth between Canada and Minnesota like crazy, and they do lots of trading. They're very close. And then I want to know, did they discuss this election stealing? And you don't need to stress too hard because we're coming in to clean up the mess. And the answer, according to these cards, the energy, my pendulum, is yes. Okay? Okay. So thank you for the person who asked that question. That was a good question. Oh my God, Casey Votes is talking about Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters says, we know you cheated. Thank God some people are actually saying it now. Hello, we're all talking about it. It's ridiculous. You know you're in trouble when when everybody in America knows he cheated, and the people in our government aren't even talking about it. It's insane. But like I said, I think they're holding cover because they're working underneath. You don't want to work on top because then you got to deal with them while you're figuring things out. You got to deal with them attacking you. It's better just to work in the dark. Okay, I think that's it for this one. Oh, okay, yes, this is it for this one, but I just want to talk about my fingernails. It'll take 2 minutes. But for those of you who don't want to hear about my nails, I understand. So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. Comments, questions, anything from me read on, put that in the box below. And I will talk to you guys here shortly in my next video, okay? Bye, guys. Okay, now the people who want to know about my nails. Okay, so I use these nails here, okay? And I get them on eBay. And I use the curve overlapped. They're very straight and very long, okay? They're very long and very square and straight. Now, if you can find the ones that aren't curved, you want to get the ones that are long and narrow and straight. And you don't have to get the ones with the curve. I just couldn't find any other ones, okay? So, so curve overlap. There you go. and you get 100 nails, and it's like $7, $8, $9. Sometimes it's 10 or 12. I hopefully they don't stop making these. Okay, and then I use this glue. I get it from Dollar Tree, and it's in the hardware section, and it even says it's for fingernails too. But I love this glue. It's great. And what I do to prepare my nails is I soak these off with pure acetone every 2 weeks. Then, and I get the acetone. If you can get the acetone from not from Sally's, but from a professional place, that's even better. You want a little bit stronger acetone because it soaks them off faster. There's a difference between the acetone from the beauty supply store, like the professional beauty supply store, and Sally's. But if all you can do is Sally's, okay, but it's going to take you a little longer to soak them off. Then I soak them off, then I soak them for 20 minutes, and then it's all gooey. I take everything off I can with the paper towel, then I file the rest off. I soak them back in the acetone for 5 more minutes, and then just wipe everything clean, and then they're ready to go. So then I take my nails, fit them, you know, file them a little bit to fit them onto all my nails, fit all my nails, glue them on, and then this is an important part. Now, they're longer than this, okay? They're really, really long, but I do wear my nails pretty long, though, but they're even longer than this. So I take my scissors and I cut straight across. Because I want them to be very narrow and square. That's very 80s and 90s, but I like my nails square and long. And I trim off just a little bit. Look at it, and just don't do a lot, because if you do a lot, you'll be way shorter than you want to be, okay? So just take off like a little bit, okay, until you get what you want. And do that to one hand, and then you have this hand that you can compare to this one, so you know exactly about where to go, okay? But do it a little bit at a time. And if you want them to look like this, you need to leave your nails long, okay? If you want them to look like this. They can't be short stubbies, or they're not going to look like this, okay? They look long because I don't cut them really short. Like, I don't wear those, what are those nails called? Active nails? No. I like them long. Okay. And then I polish them up. And most of my polish, I get at Dollar Tree. Let me show you something. Really quick. 2 things. Almost all my polishes now are this CV or LA Gear or whatever nail polish, and I love this one. This is called Blood something. That's the one I'm wearing today. Oh no, it's called Just Bitten, but it has like that like kind of a color of blood. I love red. That's not like a Christmas red, but has a little bit more brown in it. And then I use this as a top coat, Super Dry. Get this, I get them both at Dollar Tree. And this Super Dry dries your nails really nicely. And it's a great top coat, okay? And we're talking $1.25. So, and I redo my nails every 2 weeks, okay? All right, so I just want to explain that really quick because I've had quite a few people ask me about that. And I thought, you know what, let me explain the whole thing. And then I will put what I use, and I'll put it in the description, so it'll always just be in the description box from now on. All right, you guys, that's it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Anything you want me to read on, leave it below, and I will talk to you guys shortly. I got 2 more videos to make today. All right. Bye, guys.